to do so. 10-minute rule motion, Andrew Miller.
And as I say, we should be able to hear the main points of this bill being brought in by the Labour MP Andrew Miller. It's all about forensic testing of those alleged to be involved in causing death as a result of road traffic incidents.
Presentations made to me by the family of Thomas Wellman, who many of his family live in my constituency, who died following being hit by a driver who was over the limit, and who in the end got a punishment that was in the same league as Eric Cantona's. He got community service, Madam Speaker. My bill seeks to take a small step to deal with the horrendous issues arising from drinking and driving. Throughout the European Union, some 50,000 people are killed every year on the road. And that equates to the equivalent of an Airbus A320 crashing every day of the week. In this country, the latest UK provisional figures suggest that 3,651 people died on our roads in 1994. And that's the equivalent of an Airbus A320 crashing every week that this Parliament sits. And I think if we saw it in those terms, the House would take the issue much more seriously. From time to time, the House deals with the cause of this carnage. For example, the Honourable Member for Rochford has just piloted a bill through the committee stage covering the testing of new drivers. Such measures are important. To quote Christopher Brown from the Statistics Directorate of the Department of Transport, "We cannot prevent people ageing, but we could prevent all road deaths if only as road users we took more care." On the 22nd of March this year, Madam Speaker, I received an interesting answer from the Home Office when I set down a series of parliamentary questions about the role of coroners. The Home Office said, "The available information collected on deaths reported to coroners is published in the annual Home Office Statistical Bulletin. The latest bulletin, Statistics of Death Reported to Coroners, England and Wales 1993, issue 7/94, was published on the 21st of April and is available in the library." But they go on to say, specific information on road deaths is not collected separately. This is really not good enough, and I would ask the Minister to speak to his colleagues and address this as a matter of urgency. Coroners, the police and magistrates must be required to maintain statistics properly so that in some of the issues can be dealt with in a less haphazard way. This bill deals with two particular points. Firstly, testing for blood alcohol levels at the scene of an incident. Out of the 52 police authorities, the latest figures in 1993 show that 25 authorities routinely test after all incidents, a further 5 after fatal and serious injury, and 1 after all fatals. In other words, 21 police authorities leave it to the discretion of officers. My bill would make blood alcohol testing mandatory at the incident, except where officers were otherwise committed to issues relating to the safety and well-being of others. In such cases, the test would have to be done at the earliest practical time. This merely changes the emphasis in the 1988 Act to one of compulsion by changing Section 6 to read that a constable will require him to provide a specimen instead of the current word may. Similarly, it would change Section 6 to require the person allegedly causing a death to give a sample by changing may to will in the relevant subsections. The second category is, of course, the person who was allegedly the cause of the crash, but was himself hospitalised. The 1988 Act addresses this in Section 9. My honourable friend, the member for Wallsend, sought to improve this at the committee stage of the Criminal Justice Bill, but was told by the Minister blood samples can only be taken by a registered medical practitioner. The BMA would be very unhappy.
Well, Andrew Miller will make his presentation, but of course